So I get told how lucky I am to live this lifestyle a lot. Can't help but think that if the folks who say that had been here for the first 5 years we were out here, probably have a different viewpoint about it. I'm not really the type to catch too many breaks in life, but I have experienced real live, win the lottery, life-changing luck one time. So let's talk about it. So in late 2002, a really bad relationship came to a very messy end. You know, the type that makes you feel like being alone doesn't sound so bad. But since Mama didn't raise no quitter, and me being one of the most stubborn people in existence, I wasn't just gonna give up on finding love. So I decided that I was gonna sit down and write out the most unrealistic description of a relationship that I could possibly come up with. And I was going to completely and totally describe down to a T the person who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And then I was going to become a complete monk until I met, courted, and built a relationship with that person. So I did that. I wrote out exactly everything that I could think of. It was like 6 or 7 pages long. I took those pages, I folded them up, and I put them inside of a book, and I forgot about it. So over the next 3 years, I'd stuck to my guns. I'd turned down every possible relationship that had come my way that didn't fit that exact description of a person. And somehow I became a door-to-door salesman. I was really good at it, and I'd become target-driven. So when I showed up in an apartment complex that had a gate around it, I saw it as a barrier to overcome, and overcome it I did. I was doing okay. It wasn't a stellar location or anything, and I looked back down a corridor in this apartment complex and I saw a gentleman whose door I had knocked on earlier talking to a very large policeman. The man pointed at me and the policeman started walking in my direction. But you see, I had a target to attain and a bit of a past. So I decided to take off running down the corridor, over the fence, into my car. And I was gone, scot-free. I decided to go to another apartment complex, one that I'd done well at in the past. I figured I could do it again. It was the worst. 2 hours, no luck. I remember walking into this open courtyard, completely turned around, totally lost. And I was about ready to throw in the towel till I looked up and I saw the most beautiful woman I had ever seen in my entire life. I had one of those full-on doves released, angelic music, cherubs flying in, Cupid shooting arrows kind of moments. And I knew I had to talk to her. Trouble was, I was totally flustered, and after 3 years, pretty rusty. And the only thing I could get out of my usually silver-tongued mouth was, "Excuse me, do you know where apartment 247 is?" She kind of giggled and was like, "You know, this is my friend's place. I don't know where anything is." And I was like, okay. And I tucked tail and I started to walk away. When all of a sudden I heard her say, "What is it that you're selling?" I immediately perked up and turned around. And we talked and laughed a little bit. I didn't make the sale, but I did get her number. Over the next couple of weeks, I called, we talked, and I asked her to go out for coffee with me. At which point I told her that I thought she was perfect and that I would like to create a relationship with her. And she promptly and gently shut me down completely. But I just kept communicating with her and kept talking with her. And at some point in that date, I think she saw what I was talking about. And by the end of it, she was in. A month later, we were engaged. A year later, we were married. So after about 5 years of us being married, I came across that book. And inside of it was that completely unrealistic description of who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. As if I had willed her into existence. It was a word-for-word description of the woman that I had been married to for 5 years at that point. Now, this lifestyle that I have come to love so much was actually her idea. So I suppose, indirectly, that me having the unbelievable good luck of being a door-to-door salesman who got run out of an apartment complex by the police, only to end up at another complex that I wasn't supposed to be at, to meet a woman who on a whim decided to go visit a friend, did lead to this life. So 17 years, 5 kids, and a lifetime full of adventure later, knowing what I know now, if I absolutely had to do it again. But I was told that all I had to do was trade in a lifetime of good luck for even the shot to meet you again. Well, that'd be a bargain I would have made 100% of the time without a second thought. I love you so much, love. Happy 17th anniversary. Thank you for the life that you inspired. This is a good idea, love.
I know.